Welcome to The Cameron Show. I'm your friend, Cameron Tyler. I'm so happy you're here today. We're coming to you from Dude IDK Studios, and today it's our Season 3 advice episode, and my friend Lauren Yoder is here. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you.
If you had to introduce yourself to someone in 10 words or less, how would you introduce yourself to them?
Yeah, great question. I was thinking about this.
Good.
Well, filler words don't count. So
Right.
I'm Lauren.
Yeah.
She, her pronouns.
Love.
I'm a Taurus.
Yes.
Like through and through. I have a dog and 2 cats and a wife. And I love to be outside.
In that order.
Yeah. And I love to thrift
Oh.
and craft. So like really 10 words is not
She
enough
has
to describe
taste.
me.
If you can't see her hat, it looks from far away like it says I love men, but then when you see the
It's not
little words
true.
interwoven in there, it says I love when men shut the fuck up. And we have no choice but to stand. Plus, you got that hat the eve of my Mortified performance.
I did.
Next door to where we went to dinner.
I did. Yeah.
Okay, here's my next question. If you closed your eyes and you've like let the aura present itself to you, like the aura in the room right now, what color is the aura?
It's like purple.
Ooh, love.
But I actually think that has something to do with just the vibes in here because I
Yeah.
haven't had like a very purple week. I would say my aura has been like very like red, orange, yellow, like
Wow, that makes me happy.
fiery.
You
this
stepped
week.
into our set today and you're just
Yeah.
like, you know what? An
I
hour of calm.
I feel calm. Yeah. I feel good.
An hour of opinions, an
Mhm.
hour of advice.
Mm-hmm.
Now, famously, every season when I have an advice episode, I always say the guest has to be gay girls only. So, like season 1, I had my friends Anne and Julia do the advice episode. Season 2, I had my friends Kelsey and Becca. Have you met Kelsey and Becca?
Yes.
Okay, we
I
stand.
love
And they just got
them.
engaged.
I know.
They got
It's
pretend
so
engaged on my show, and then
sweet.
in real life, they got real life engaged this week.
I know. That's amazing. I did see that.
Well, this
Very
is
happy for
airing in
them.
June, so I guess they got real life engaged 3 months ago. But, but then I was thinking with you, do you consider yourself a gay girl?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're a gay girl.
You know,
I just know you to have dated men in the past, but like
Yeah.
a gay girl could have easily dated men in the past.
Yeah. Well, I definitely don't think I would ever like be in a relationship with a man again.
Yeah.
But I don't really identify as bi either. I
get that. Like I think of you as a
I'm
gay
pretty
girl.
squarely in the lesbian
Okay, I love that.
bucket.
Good. That means that you're equipped to give advice and have opinions as far as I'm concerned.
I have a lot of opinions.
Okay, so we had people send in questions. So I still have leftover questions from last season because we didn't get to all of them,
Okay.
plus some new ones. But before that, this is our first episode of Pride Month 2026.
Great.
Lauren,
Love. Happy
who's your
Pride.
favorite gay person besides me?
Wow.
It could be like a famous gay person. I mean, that's what I'm thinking of.
That's
Or a gay person you admire.
That's a big question. I
It
don't know.
is.
The thing that like this is maybe potentially controversial, but the name that came to mind was Chapel Roan because she is a little bit messy.
I mean, she's a lesbian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a fuck what people think.
Yeah.
There's a little bit I just like her vibe and she's very, very much just like, I don't care what you think and I'm just gonna do whatever I want. And
Yeah.
I really value that I do that myself, so I think I just connect with that.
I think that makes sense because she has stepped in it a few times.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, she's made some bad choices.
But she tends to own it.
For sure,
Which
yeah.
that is the most important part. Own it.
Mhm.
I'm in my Lisa Rinna era. Own it, baby.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. You should get lip filler to be like Lisa.
And the haircut.
Yeah, honestly, you're pretty close.
I'm pretty close. I
already.
haven't got a haircut in a while. I'm getting ready to go into that chic shag. Lisa Rinna. I might be
Yeah.
Lisa Rinna by Halloween. Just like living as Lisa Rinna. It's fine. Are you a housewives person?
Yeah.
Who's your number one housewife of all time? It's a
Okay.
big question.
It's
I know.
a huge question. And let me just say one thing. I am a like Salt Lake City
Oh,
is like
love.
my
Okay.
that's like really the only one I've like consistently watched. Um I don't know. I really like Mary Cosby.
Mary Cosby is so unique. Also, our hearts and
I
prayers
know. I
and
feel
love.
really sad for her.
R.I.P. to Robert Jr. I mean, that is
Yeah.
really fucking sad.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Especially because, so Logan and I are watching Salt Lake from the beginning because he
Mm.
had never seen any Housewives. And I was like, do you want to go for a ride? So we are now at the end of we're in the middle of season 3. So we just watched the first couple seasons where Mary Cosby like introduces Robert Jr. because obviously everyone's getting introduced. It's new.
Yeah.
And man, even in those early seasons, you can see.
He was
And she's
struggling.
such an interesting character because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
just like,
She's
yeah, she's
peak
zany
TV.
as hell.
She's peak TV.
She's a good, loving mom.
Have you seen the she is a really good mom.
Yeah.
Have you seen the like cult documentary?
No,
I started watching it and I was like,
I do believe
it's
that
kind
it
of
is a
intense.
cult,
Oh,
but
it
I don't
is.
care.
No, me neither.
I don't care. That doesn't
That
make me like her
also-
any less.
That falls into my like
Probably makes me like her more.
do what you like, stand 10 toes down. If you're
Yeah.
gonna like do it, do it.
Yeah, because you know what? For a while she left the show and then she came back and she's like, actually, I don't really care.
Uh-huh.
I love that attitude.
Her like storyline has been very good. I really like her.
Before we move on to the advice,
Sure.
just a little bit more about you.
Mm.
Your wife is Laura, and you are
Yes.
Lauren.
Yes,
You're Lauren and Laura.
we are.
And one of my favorite things about you as a couple is when I picture Lauren and Laura, I picture Lauren specifically at the Airbnb we had in Seattle, because this is just like the vision I have. And I don't even remember what you were looking for or what.
My wedding ring.
Oh, yeah. And my favorite thing that you say to Laura is, babe. And it's the cutest thing in the world because I think it's also Laura's favorite thing to hear you say.
It's like a stim almost. Like
for both of you.
yeah.
Laura is such a sweetie. How did
She
you meet
is.
Laura?
Hinge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, we met on Hinge.
That gives me hope.
Yeah, and Hinge is great. I think like for lesbians specifically though, the
Okay.
vibes are very good on Hinge. She was like one of the first people I went on a date with. Well, like first women. I had been dating a lot of men on Hinge and I was like, I don't know, something doesn't feel quite right here, and then switched it to just women and met
just
her.
like that.
And just like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Can we just tell the story? I asked before we recorded if we could talk about, because you did date men for quite a while.
Oh yeah.
And
I have a lot of nightmares.
not
from
only
dating
was
men.
something missing, but sometimes there was too much there. And I do have a favorite story, which you're going to tell, because I just think it's amazing. It's so akin to in season 1, Rylan Hansen came on the show and talked about her car getting stolen by a woman while she was in a taco store getting tacos. And I feel like it's like in that vein. And so I love this story. So please regale me.
Okay, so in my era of dating men, like right when I moved to Denver, I was just like, everything's amazing. It was pre-COVID. I was just out of a relationship. I was like on the apps like crazy.
Yeah.
And that was kind of my identity for like 3 years, which I loved. It was so fun. I loved dating. Yeah, I loved dating. I thought it was fun. And so I collected like a couple, notable experiences, but the most notable by far was I started seeing this guy, and he was like, the first date we met at Denver Beer Co. Outside. He brought his dog, and I was like, great, love. Had drinks. I think we left and went to like a friend's barbecue. Like it was like very chill, no red flags. Dated for like several weeks. And then there was, I think it was like, I don't know. There was supposed to be a huge storm, like maybe like the bomb cyclone era.
Okay.
If you remember that.
Yeah.
And so he lived like kind of far away. I was living up here at the time. And so we were like, well, let's just like hang out for the weekend. We'll like cook, make dinner, whatever. I lived in a brand new building that had like access codes for everything, or like QR codes for everything to like get into the elevator and get into the doors. And because he had his dog with him, I was like, yeah, bring your dog. That's fine. I gave him the codes to get into the building for that weekend. So fast forward to like, it's, you know, the next week after this weekend that we spent together, I am like, oh, I'm going to go walk and get some coffee. And I'm just outside on a walk and I see him and his dog. And I'm on the phone with my mom. So I'm like kind of distracted, but then I like look over. I definitely see him. He definitely sees me. And then he like goes and like ran and tried to hide. And I was like, the fuck? That was weird.
Sus.
Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, keep walking to get the coffee because that's obviously like what my mind is set on.
Well, for sure.
So then I'm like, I pull up the app for my building because it tracks everything. It takes a picture every time a door is opened as a security feature.
Oh.
So I open the app and this fucking guy had been coming into the building. I should have said at the beginning, this was a brand new build, like brand new building. I think it was at like 20% occupancy when I moved in.
Yeah.
There was
empty.
a ton of empty apartments. There was like contractors still coming in and out. There was a ton of just like not a lot of safety happening. Like a lot of doors were being left open into units. And he obviously saw that because he was in the building with me.
Yeah.
And so, needless to say, he had been coming on in and making himself at home. He had been using my code to get into vacant apartments, and he was squatting in the apartments, bringing his dog in. Yeah, made his own little nest, was bringing groceries. And upon reflection, when I saw that, I was like, oh, he's unhoused. I was like giving him
You were housing.
Yeah, I was housing him. But he told me he was like, had just graduated from law school and I don't know. Anyways, pretty quickly after I was like, I think I need to date women.
So he knew his rights. So this was at the end of your men dating era.
I think that was the last man I dated.
I mean, that would be my last straw.
Yeah.
That'd be my 13th reason why, for sure.
For sure. So I was like, gotta take the men off the hinge.
And then Laura comes along, and Laura is so perfect, and I love her.
Yeah, we're like complete opposites.
You are so different, but I think that's what I love about it. Because I think that I need to find my own boy, Laura. I want to be in the position you're in.
Yeah.
Of saying, babe.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is all to say Lauren has a lot of life experience. I also learned today in my research that you were a college athlete.
I was. Yeah. I played volleyball my whole life.
Jake told me to say,
oh God.
He said, I think you should say, you were a college athlete. Am I right to guess softball?
Jake.
I did my research before with her bestie, Jake, who I also adore.
Yeah.
We all love Jakey.
Yeah. No, I played volleyball. Thank you for the record. It was volleyball.
I'm getting into watching volleyball now because Logan plays.
It's amazing.
And, you know, my kids are Zach and Logan. And so Zach and I will go watch Logan play on Sunday nights. Mm-hmm. It's actually very thrilling.
Yeah. It's like women's volleyball is it is the fastest growing sport in the United States for like youth sports. And it's like a huge deal. It's very well like watched, received type of sport. Like professional volleyball was on Hulu last weekend. I turned on the TV and it was like a live women's professional game happening.
It's enthralling when that ball is just going back and forth and you're like, oh my God. And the stakes get higher every second.
Yeah.
No, my heart was like pounding in my chest.
Yeah.
I was like, who knew I could be so enthralled by sports?
I love it too because it's like a game of mistakes. It's like who's going to fuck up first. That's who, the other team wins the point.
Wow. A game of mistakes might be the name of my next memoir.
There you go.
A game of mistakes. Ooh, that's good.
Give me credit.
I will credit you. Just Lauren was also one of the first people who read my first memoir, A Mural in Space, the predecessor to A Game of Mistakes.
Correct.
It goes together.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
All right, so she's already doling out advice for book titles.
Love.
But now I'm going to ask you the leftover questions from last season and our new questions. We'll get to as many as we can before we have to play Sip, Savor, Spill, because you have to play Sip, Savor, Spill with me.
Okay.
Okay, so are you ready for our first one? I actually really like this. The first question is, Dear Cammie, I'm the only one in my friend group who doesn't want kids, and lately every hangout turns into subtle comments about how I will, quote, change my mind someday. I don't want to lose friends, but I'm tired of defending a life decision I'm actually really happy with. How do I draw the line without making it a whole thing?
That's a great question.
That is.
I think for those of us who don't have kids and don't want them, I don't know how old that person is, but
I don't know.
It's giving me in like my early 20s when all of my friends from college were getting married and settling down and starting to have kids. I think that's just like an experience you live.
Yeah.
When you don't want kids and you start to like, that's a natural kind of like, I don't know, fork in the road in your life.
It is.
I think my advice would be stand 10 toes down on that. Like, advocate for yourself and saying like, first of all, you don't have to justify why you don't want kids.
No, you don't.
And so let's start there. Like, give yourself some grace. You don't need to articulate why. No, not wanting kids is an answer enough.
Yeah.
But I think if you want to continue to have those friendships, I think you need to be aware that like the dynamics will change. Like I have a lot of good friends that have kids that I just like don't see very often. And it's because I am not a priority to them and their lifestyle is not a priority to me. And like, that's okay.
I think it's, totally.
Just being able to like name it and not, I think acknowledging it is actually the thing that I would recommend is like name it and talk with your friends about it and say like, we are not going to be walking the same path from here on forward or from here forward. And I don't want that to impact our friendship.
Oh, I love that. I love that because that's actually like the opposite of what I usually do.
Oh, really? What do you do?
And I don't really have this with kids as much, but like, I just don't have the fucking energy to be dating. I just don't. I'm busy.
I don't have the energy to do anything. So
I'm a busy girl.
That.
I'm busy. And so a lot of people, when I say like, they'll be like, well, have you gone on dates lately? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, no, I just don't. It's not a priority for me. And people will say, oh, you'll change your mind. And lately, I've just been saying, maybe. Yeah. Because it just cuts them off. But I do admire someone, maybe in my Lisa Rinna summer, I'll do this and say, you know what? No, I won't change my mind.
Yeah, and also why do you get an opinion? Yeah.
I do think sometimes, and this is with relationships and with kids, I think people want other people to do it because it helps them feel good about their decision.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, I think and I'm not saying everybody, because I have plenty of people who totally had kids for the right reasons, whatever. But there are some people, it cannot be denied, that they had kids and then they want other people to have kids because then they'll feel better about having kids. And I do think that's why a lot of people ask that kind of question.
Yeah. You know, it's so interesting. Someone in my life who never wanted kids and they ended up having kids.
Yeah.
They say to me like, oh, like I didn't want them and now it's the best thing that's ever happened. Like you'll change your mind. And I'm like, well, number one, I won't. And number two, like, it's not like it's going to accidentally happen. Like Laura and I are not going to like magically get pregnant. And so like a lot of energy and time goes into that. So the idea of like, you'll change your mind is actually so offensive. Like,
I think so
mind
too.
your own business, actually.
Yeah. What if I said, you're going to change your mind and wish you hadn't had that kid?
Yeah. They already know that though.
And we said what we said, and now we said it.
Thank you.
And I think we've said enough about that question. Next question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Dear Cammie, my coworker and I started our job at the same time, but she constantly takes credit for things that we worked on together. I don't want to look petty, But I think my boss thinks I'm coasting. What's the smartest way to handle this?
Wow.
Here's the thing about me at work. I am big on you better claim credit where credit is due.
100%.
Because at the end of the day, like the way I look at it is, especially if you work in a place where it has a system where you're like you have to report your performance and you get your monetary award is based on that, like your bonus or whatever.
But not even that. Like, okay, I work in HR. For those of you who don't know,
Yeah.
For those listeners out there, but I love working in HR, but I don't. My kind of like, I don't know, warning label here is I don't think about HR in the way that like traditional HR is viewed.
Yeah.
Like I think it's I want it to be like a people focused thing, not like a business, like policy driven type of role. But when I was hearing that question, my thought went to like, number one, no one else is going to advocate for you.
That part.
It's your job to identify the things you're doing well, share those. I always tell people like keep a folder in your email of like when someone gives you good feedback or something, like you do a project and it gets really good response, like track that stuff as you go so that at the end of the year or mid-year, whatever, when you're doing your review, you can pull that back up and say like, look how awesome I am
always
at my job. And to the point about monetary implications, yes. And if you're not, like, general career trajectory builds on itself. So if you're like, I think they said they just started a new job with their friend.
Yeah, both of them just started.
So whether you're like, that's your first job out of school or that's like your 10th job.
Yeah.
Whatever you do here is going to build and provide you other opportunities. So anytime you feel like you're not getting credit or you're not being seen in the light that you want to be seen in by your manager, by your, like, whoever, fill in the blank, it's on you to highlight that. And
I agree.
To be able to then, like, if you don't do that now, 6 months from now, the same thing's going to happen and your friend's going to get promoted and you're not. So that's like it starts to split. And the people who either are really good at advocating for themselves or like their work speaks for itself in a way that gets them seen more and more visible, like that's when stuff starts to kind of like go off. And so you need to say something. I would start with your boss.
Yeah.
And or your friend and just be like, hey, I thought that was my
both
idea.
Yeah.
Or like, can we talk about this? Like, I thought we came up with this together.
And you should do it sooner than later.
For sure.
Because like otherwise, immediately. A, they're going to keep doing it. And B, it's going to make you more and more mad.
Totally.
The resentment will fester.
Yes, it will.
Don't let it. I think that was good.
Thanks.
Have your Lisa Rinna summer. What would Lisa Rinna do? That's what I'm going to start asking myself.
She'd do whatever the fuck she wants.
She would say what needs to be said. She would do what needs to be done.
In her eyes.
In her eyes. I mean, and if that's claiming that someone has Munchausen's, it needed to be done in the moment.
Can we talk about something like very off topic?
Absolutely.
I was at the dog park the other day and we were this woman was there and she's like, my dog's having surgery in a couple of days. Like maybe they'll be like a more calm after. And I was like, oh yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And then we started talking about like Munchausen's, but for like pets. And I was like, oh, that's like a whole new thing. But like.
And why not?
I think it's, well, not for me, but like, I don't know. It just like opened this whole door of like, oh my God.
Like where the dog thinks that they're sick?
No, where the human is like, thank God my dog just had surgery. So like
the human thinks their dog is more sick than it is.
No, the human is like making the dog sick so it's calm. Or like, you know, like where puppies are like going 1,000 miles an hour and then it's like, oh, but you just had surgery so you have to be in your kennel for a little bit.
And this poor dog.
Yeah, the dog's like, I'm fine, bitch.
But... I didn't need that oxy, mom.
Yes, exactly.
And you know what? That's so fair.
The thought of it just makes me laugh. I'm like, there's a lot of fucked up stuff.
There is.
Going on.
And you know what? At the same time, I just think like, this is probably a good thing. I don't want kids. When I had an aunt who, may she rest in peace, love her so much, But when she babysat us as kids, if she had to watch us at nighttime, she'd give us Benadryl.
Respect.
And she'd be like, this is
sleepy juice.
Yeah, this is, well, it was the little pink pill. And be like, you have allergies.
Yeah,
and my mom's like,
so
you gave them that to knock them out.
So
And you know what?
I respect that.
That's probably why I love a little sleepy supplement. Probably. I love a melatonin. I love a valerian. I love a Benadryl, Unisom.
You've been taught.
I was conditioned.
Since childhood.
Yeah. But you know what? Munchausen's.
Yeah, correct.
I had allergies.
Mm-hmm. Still do.
I still do. I'm addressing it.
Yeah.
We also went to Meredith Marks together. I was just thinking about that today.
You know what I cannot stop thinking about with that?
What?
Her plastic surgeon. I'm going to need the details because I don't know how old she is, but I'm pretty confident saying she doesn't look her age.
No, she doesn't.
Her skin was so tight. Her face, like the facelift moment, like she was just drugged to the gods. But
she was zannied up, zannied up, zannied out. You didn't end up going to X Bar when she was here a few months ago, right? Me neither. I think once was enough
I was
going
to say, I think
because we did the meet
plenty.
and greet.
Yeah, we did.
To be clear, Lauren and I have a photo. I will post it on Instagram. We met Meredith Marks. Not too much to write home about.
I wouldn't say I don't think she was there.
I don't think she met us.
Yeah, correct. We definitely met
her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Magic. Okay, here's the next question.
Okay.
Dear Cammie, I've been dating a great guy for 6 months, but he still won't introduce me to his friends. He says he likes to keep things separate, which sounds like I'm not as serious to him as he is to me. Am I overthinking this?
No.
6 months is a long time.
Okay. Number one, I do not think you're overthinking it. Do you know the gender of the person who wrote that?
Oh my God, you're such a better person than me. I just assumed a girl because she's talking about a boy. I know. Why could this not? This might be a gay boy.
I assumed a man.
Because it's my audience.
I don't know.
Because you're so queer forward.
I just don't love straight stuff. So I just always assume. It's like when someone says oh, the doctor will see you. And then it's everyone assumes it's a man. And I'm like, okay, let me know. And
not
she's
Lauren.
Here. I'm I always assume
I appreciate
opposite.
that. I certainly prefer my doctor. I go to a doctor's office, all women.
Yeah.
Dentist, always have to have a woman. My therapist had to be a woman.
Do you feel more?
My therapist had to be a lesbian woman.
Yeah. It's a very
I do get that.
niche.
I do.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm guessing this is
I'm gonna answer it.
Yeah. It could be anyone.
I'm gonna answer it as it's a straight couple.
Yeah.
Break up with him.
Honestly, even if you are a gay guy sending this in.
Yeah, break up with him.
Break up with him. The
he
guy
doesn't
is an
respect
avoidant.
You. Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, he's an avoidant. And second of all, and I can say this because I did this to my ex-husband, Alex. 4 months, never let him meet anybody. I let him meet Brian once, but that's because I needed Brian's truck. Other than that, didn't let him meet anybody.
There's something deeper down there. And it's I would be pretty confident saying it's not you. It's him. And you, again, going back to advocating for yourself, he'll continue to treat you like that if you let him.
That is the other thing about nipping things in the bud. You have to do it sooner than later. Otherwise, this is going to get bigger and harder to rein in. And then you're going to be, once you do have to finally dump him, and you will.
Correct.
You'll be more sad the longer you wait to do it.
It'll be harder.
That is what I tell people. Yeah.
It'll just be a bigger thing. You'll still be able to do it because you're strong and powerful and you can do whatever you want. But it'll be easier if you do it sooner. I
always say that when and we've all had friends that's you need to break up with them. And I always say stop. We're not going to go. I already know what that was. Anyways, we all have had those friends in the past. Certainly not now, but in the past. But I always think is if you think it's so hard to break up with them now, imagine if you stay another 5 years. It's going to be even harder.
Yeah, it's the gravity of it changes so much.
It does. It does. And it's not just about breaking up. It's also I don't know, maybe this is going to be a wake-up call to him. He's going to be, if he is going to listen to you, he's going to do it way more likely if you say something up front than if you wait.
Yeah.
Because you're right. Give him an inch, he'll take a mile.
Yeah.
Don't make him introduce you in 6 months. He's not going to introduce you in 2 years, maybe. And also, like,
That's
why?
my nightmare. Yeah,
Yeah,
why?
like, is this guy...
Maybe I would ask that question, like...
Whoever this is, I hope the guy's showing a lot of interest in other ways. I mean, what is... You really should ask yourself, why... What are you getting out of this? If this isn't even a guy who wants you to meet his friends after 6 months, it's half of a year. Yeah. That's a long time.
It's not okay.
No.
Break up with him.
Break up with him.
Period.
Just so anyone else knows, if you send in dating questions...
I'm so anti man. Yeah. I am so... Lauren I told my therapist always that the other day.
Dump him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I lead with that. I don't even care if it's like the most beautiful thing. I'm like,
she actually doesn't care if a woman sent this in or a gay man.
No, I
don't.
Dump
him. Dump him.
Gotta go.
Gotta go. Spring cleaning. Dear Cammie, I'm 34 and I still don't know what I want to do with my career. Everyone else seems to have their shit together. Have I missed the boat? No. 34?
No, I'm 34.
I'm 34.
Yeah, you haven't missed the boat at all.
No.
Also, no one knows what we're doing. You can feel like you can like make great money, have a career, have a family, fill in the blank of whatever society taught you means you're successful. And it doesn't mean anything.
Because, by the way, everything can change tomorrow.
Totally.
And I know that sounds so hyperbolic, but it's totally true.
It's so true. Working in HR, I have seen so much shit and so, like, the life aspect of what people bring to work with them.
Totally.
No one knows what we're doing. Truly.
You don't know. Not no one does. Everyone is just doing the best they can. But nobody is thriving in every single aspect of their life. If they say they are, they're lying. But I think that's so funny because it's like, you're 34, you don't know what you want to do with your career. You say, well, that could apply to so many different parts of your life. I'm 34 and I am not married. Am I never going to get married? I don't know. No, not necessarily. Maybe. And maybe you'll be happy with that.
And also, I think my question would be, why do you think your career is the like defining piece of how you like compare yourself to others?
That part. Like, I mean, any one aspect of your life shouldn't define you.
No. Like I know it's like societal probably, but like who fucking cares? If you're happy, if you have like, I would ask that person like, what are the other aspects of your life that you're really fulfilled by? If it's not your job or your career, I'm sure there's something else that you love and like, yeah, maybe that's the thing that you focus on. And maybe there's like a career centered around that or something. But like,
and if there's not another part of your life that makes not having a career worth it, invest anywhere else also. It doesn't have to be your career.
No,
because if you're that worried about your career at 34, I mean, as long as you're paying your bills, I guess I could see.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Maybe you don't know how you want to pay your bills. I certainly have friends who took longer than others to find a job, and it's only probably going to get harder for a little while to find a job because the economy's ruined because the president's horrible. But you know, besides that, if you don't know what you want to do when you grow up and you're 34, who cares?
I don't know what I want to do when I grow up.
I don't know what I want to do when I grow up.
I've been in the same like career my whole life, and I still am like,
Me too. And I would be okay if it changes tomorrow.
Yeah. There's so much out there. There's so many different things you can do and learn, and I don't know.
Focus on paying your bills and enjoying your life. And if you're meant to have a career, then you will. And maybe you're not meant to, and that is something you should learn to be okay with. So that is our, you're not behind. That's our advice.
No, you're not.
Have I missed the boat? No, you haven't missed the boat. Maybe you don't need to get on the boat.
No, there's another boat.
And there's another boat. Take a swim.
Yeah.
You know what?
Jump on in.
Get on a tube. Go rafting.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit about the boat? You don't need to be on everyone else's boat.
Period.
Okay, I actually love this question because I feel like this is a common thing that happens. Dear Cammie, my roommate and I have lived together for 2 years. Lately, they've been bringing their partner over constantly. I feel like that means this is about gay people. Partner. And honestly, I have to say, straight people, I don't like when they say partner.
No, Caleb Heron was talking about that on his podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. today. I was listening to his last week's episode. Like,
Yeah.
partner is the straights.
I honestly don't even like when gay people say partner, to be fair.
Well, I think it's,
I like girlfriend, boyfriend.
What if they're non-binary?
They friend. Just, I don't like partner because it reminds me of lawyers. I'm making partner.
I think that's a you thing.
Oh.
No, I do think that the straights have tried to take it, and it's not for them.
Okay. Well, so I'm assuming this is about gay people. My roommate and I have lived together for 2 years. Lately, they've been bringing their partner over constantly, sometimes for entire weekends without warning. I feel like a guest in my own apartment. How do I set boundaries without sounding territorial?
Have a conversation.
You have to have a conversation. You have to say the thing.
Yeah, you have to. Again, I go back, like, who else is going to do it? Like, your roommate obviously doesn't think it's
a
problem because, like, I very much live in the space of, like, I'm going to assume positive intent. Like, I don't think someone would, especially if you've lived with them for 2 years, they would be, like, going out of their way to maliciously make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So it's probably, they just don't know that it's, like, they're making you uncomfortable. You just need to have a conversation. Or maybe it's, like, this is my, like, HR. I'm like, what can you agree on? Or, like, what kind of, I don't know, just, like, maybe it's every other weekend it happens. And on the weekend that their partner's going to be there, you go somewhere else or you make more plans outside of the apartment or something. But, like,
or you just decide that's not the living situation for you.
Totally. Yeah,
but you have to have the conversation, even if that might be the consequence. Because I think that's why people don't have the conversation. They're like, what if it turns out we can't live together? Okay, well, you'd rather not live together and still be friends, probably, than live together and start to hate their guts and their boyfriend. True. But I always think of the conundrum of people who have roommates and then, like, their partner starts, like, living with them. And it's like, whoa, now I should be paying a third of the rent, not half.
Yeah, that's a thing.
And that is a thing. So, like, if it's about that, you also have to have that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you're right. How are they supposed to know? Your roommate doesn't have ESP, probably.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't assume.
I know, I shouldn't assume. That was ableist.
The the thing that, like, a lot of these questions and just, like, life in general tells me that we don't know how to have tough conversations. Like,
I think that is so true.
It is a missing skill. And I know where I learned it, and it was in one of my first jobs out of college. They, like, just taught you how important it is at work specifically. Yeah. But it translates into all parts of life. It's a big skill that is just not.
It does. Well, now I'm, like, looking at, we have 4 more, but I'm like, okay, how many of these are going to be, like, have a hard conversation? This one is, wait, this one isn't. Okay, we're skipping.
Okay.
Dear Cammie, I recently reconnected with an old flame. Chemistry, still there. Problem? Our breakup years ago was messy and painful. Is nostalgia playing tricks on me? Or can people actually come back together in a healthier way?
Oh, for sure.
I think time can do a lot of things.
Yep.
And I think you will probably have friends who are triggered, who are like, oh God, please don't do this with this person again.
But also, if you're, like, your opinion and your experience is the main driver. Also, I just think, depending on when you dated this person, the growth that you both have probably had as individuals separately, whether it was, like, intentional, like, you know, you're doing the work, you're going to therapy, or just, like, the life experiences that you live.
Totally.
Especially, like, in your, like, 25 to 30.
You are learning lessons.
Left and right. And they are too. And I think you should totally explore that. I would.
Yeah. Go into it with 2 eyes open, of course.
For sure.
And, you know, it's certainly something that you have to be skeptical about, maybe. But even skeptical, I guess, isn't the wrong word. Curious about. But to deprive yourself of the chance, then what are you going to do? Are you going to later on be like, oh, I wonder what would have happened?
Right.
I don't even know because I didn't ask.
You should never live with like regrets like that.
No. Say the hard thing to say, even if it means you end up losing.
Yeah, totally.
And do the hard thing even if you end up losing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no,
Trust me, it's better to know.
I really hope that person has explored that or does explore that.
Oh, God, I want to put a fucking gender marker on these now because I'm like, would my advice be different if it was a gay guy or a girl? Or actually,
No.
I don't even know. This could be a lesbian or it just says old flame.
Mine advice, well,
the breakup was
thinking
messy.
about, like,
They don't even use any pronouns. Everyone start using pronouns and be really specific. Unless you're non-binary, then you're excused.
but tell us that too.
Because
So we don't misgender you.
I want to know in the future who we're talking to, even though I understand these are anonymous, but like generally, even though I guess our advice shouldn't change, but I think it does. I think sometimes I would give different advice to a man versus a woman.
Yeah.
Or more like...
I could see that. I would give different advice to like a straight man.
Yeah.
In a lot of situations.
Yeah.
Mainly like, are you okay? Like, just kidding.
And are you? I don't know. Okay, we're gonna do one more advice question, and then we're gonna move to Sip, Savor, Spill.
Okay.
Because I need you to talk about you again.
Would love to.
But before that, let's answer one more troubled listener. And I think that one's repetitive. Oh, you know what? This is a good one. And I'd love to know how you'd answer this.
Okay.
Dear Cammie, I moved to a new city last year. Still haven't built the kind of close friendships I had back home. Everyone seems so busy with their own lives. Making real connections is hard. What's the secret to building community after 30?
Great question.
That's such a good question.
Yeah.
I love that we're ending with that.
Yeah. Making friends and building community as an adult is extremely hard, and I feel like it is like not a thing that is talked about or that you learn about.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you, like in college, if you go to college, or even just like there's a point in your life where it's just built in, and you know, whether that's from college or high school or whatever.
Yep.
And then it just stops and no one talks about it. My advice there would be join activities, like maybe it's a gym, maybe it's like a pottery class, like find things that you're excited about and that interest you, and go try to find other people who have those same interests and explore with them. And it doesn't have to be a forever thing. It doesn't have to be like, you could just dabble here and there and just figure out what you like. But then if you're identifying the things that you like, there will naturally be people around you that like the same things. And that's how you can build community. I think there are like certain spaces that are more designed for things like that. And there are others where it's just like, do whatever you want and just see who's around you when you're doing those things. And it will naturally happen. But you have to be intentional, and it's not going to just like happen.
That is the thing about it that I think is like, you have to let go of any expectation. Kind of like you said, when you're growing up, you have the privilege of going to school and you're sitting next to people who could end up being your best friend. And that's because you're obligated to go there. I mean, I think it's even harder because we don't necessarily have workplaces anymore. So many people work remotely that then you don't even have a workplace to be able to make connections. So unfortunately, the onus goes back to you. You got to get out of your house for one thing. You can't.
I struggle with that.
I struggle with that, but you already have friends, luckily. And a wife.
Yeah. Well, my wife and I both struggle with it. So then it's like,
I remember, I'm sorry I have to say this one time. It was Twisters 2 years ago, maybe. I had an extra ticket to Twisters and I was like, Lauren, I have an extra ticket to the movies and like the movie's in an hour. And you go, hey, I'm really sorry, but I'm currently on the couch with a bowl of pasta on my chest. And I'm not leaving. And I was like, I've never had more respect for someone in my whole life.
Again, you got to advocate for what you want.
You have to advocate for you.
I do not want to get up off the couch.
No, you had a bowl of pasta. You were ready to settle in and you were not afraid to say it. But if you are trying to find community,
you got to get off the couch and set the pasta down.
You got to.
Or bring it with.
Share it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think one thing I've been really lucky to just do in my life, I'm thinking of a lot of the friendships I've made as an adult, and the first one that comes to mind is sincerely Kelsey, because I met Kelsey at Ryland's wedding,
Mm-hmm.
and it was because I loved her vibe, and I was brave enough to just go up to her and be like, I think you're so cool. Like, you seem really
She is
cool.
really cool.
And she is. And I
Mm-hmm.
knew from the vibe, like, she's not going to be mean to me no matter what. So maybe, and I didn't even know she lived in Denver. The first thing I was like, do you live in Denver? And she's like, yeah. And I was like, do you want to be friends with me? And she's like, oh, yeah. We didn't even know how much we had in common. Like, we even watched the same fizzer people on TikTok. But do you know about fizzing? I'll tell you later. It's a whole thing. But Kelsey and I are really into fizzing, which is where like influencers on TikTok, they like drop these little like bath bombs into water and then they reveal a ring that someone gets. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
MLM,
Yeah,
totally.
yeah.
But it's so fun to watch.
Yeah.
Kelsey and I both watched this guy. He was called Louisiana Treasures, but he and his boyfriend moved to Houston and now he's called Houston Treasures. His real name is Jordan. Shout out. Anyways, I didn't even know that Kelsey and I would have so much in common, but I knew I wanted to be friends with her, so I just asked. And sometimes you just have to, it feels crazy. The first time you do it, you'll feel like a nutcase.
Yeah, the thing is, who cares?
If
it doesn't go well, you will never see that person again. And if it does go well, you just found a new friend, a new like part of your community.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Be brave, get out, find common interests.
Mm-hmm.
I think those are the three main things.
Yeah.
That's all that's sometimes in your control.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
That was a great question.
Control what you can and don't worry about the things you can't.
Yeah.
Like you can't control how someone reacts to you wanting to be their friend. That's none of your business.
Yeah.
Your job is to like put yourself out there and
if someone doesn't reciprocate, that's not someone you want to be friends with anyway.
Exactly.
So you're all good babes.
Exactly.
Whoever you are. Good luck in your new town. And if your new town is in Denver, I haven't received a dinner invitation. And I always say yes to dinner. Lauren, are you ready to play Sip, Savor, Spill?
I am.
Do you know how it works?
Yeah.
Okay.
But can you remind me? Sip is like the entry level.
Entry level, ankle deep. Savor, a little deeper, waist deep. We're wading through the water. Spill, we're diving. We're deep diving. And we can do any order you want.
Oh, do I do them all?
Yeah, we're going to do each one. I'll answer the question too. We're both going to answer the question.
Let's start with spill.
Oh, she said, let's start with spill. Let's just jump into the deep end. And let's see what the question is.
Hopefully it's good.
Oh, God, I hope.
What do you want people to remember about you when you're gone?
Damn.
That's a good one.
What do you want people to remember about you when you're gone?
I think I would answer that. I want people to remember how I made them feel and what what joy I brought to them, they brought to me, like the energy and the connection. I don't care about things. I don't care about like a legacy or any of that, at least not right now. What I care most about is the impact that I have on others and that they have on me. And like, we're all figuring this out for the first time together. And I want people to feel like supported and loved and cared for, and that they have, you know, an ally or someone in their corner with me.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that's what I'd want them to remember, of like how I made them feel.
Well, for what it's worth, if you died tomorrow and got hit by a bus.
Thank you.
Which is totally how you would die. Why do we always say that? If I get hit by a bus.
I don't know.
Because it's like surprise and like
I feel
unexpected.
like that wouldn't necessarily kill you either.
Oh my God.
You never know.
Ask Regina George.
I was just going to say that.
It might not. You might just be in a neck brace.
Mm-hmm.
Well, even if you were in a neck brace tomorrow and you could never talk again, I'd be like, you know what? She made me feel like I could always relax and laugh.
Thank you. That's exactly how I want people to feel.
And I think you're a really good advocate.
Thanks.
You don't like when people are being bullied or like when unfair, unjust stuff is happening.
No. Actually, on that note, I am like waiting to come upon an ice situation.
Oh, I believe you.
I told Laura, this place that we go all the time, it's a Vietnamese bakery we're obsessed with. They had an ice raid in their parking lot. And when she told me about it, I was like, we're getting in the car. I'm like, take me immediately. And I said, if we're there and that happens, I need you to know, like, you will be bailing me out of jail. Like, I do not care. I refuse.
I do believe that about you.
I'm excited. I'm
I
not
do believe that.
excited because I wish it wasn't a thing. But like,
well, yeah.
if I'm just waiting.
Lord, help the ICE agent who comes across Lauren Yoder. And I've always said that.
Mm-hmm.
I've always said that.
Yeah.
I think it's in my book.
Yeah.
It's not,
Direct quote.
It's in the next one. A game of mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay. I would answer it a very similar way. I think I would want people to remember. Actually, I recently said I want people to remember that I was not perfect and it didn't matter.
No.
Like, who cares? He was sometimes mean. He was mostly not mean. But sometimes he was like a real full-fledged person. He made mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Try to own that in the book. Made mistakes.
We're all human.
And that means it's okay for everyone to make mistakes. And like, I hope people remember that I felt like I had a big life. Like, if I got crash in an airplane tomorrow, I would so much rather die in a plane crash than getting hit by a bus.
Oh my God, I don't know.
Really? I think you lose consciousness.
That's true.
I'll tell you how I wouldn't want to die, even though they say it was fast.
Fire.
The Titan submarine. They say it was like, they didn't even know it happened.
Yeah,
but
they
you know
didn't.
what? But they knew how deep they were.
Well, that's their own fault.
And no, I think of the boy, though, who was with his billionaire dad, and the boy didn't even want to go.
Rest in peace.
Rip. To shreds. They imploded so fast. I think about that all the time. It's kind of like how my Instagram algorithm is 9/11 and shirtless men, which I partially blame Craig for. Craig loves 9/11 content.
So do I.
I mean, I do, and I see you liking it because it comes across my algorithm, and you've already liked
really?
it. I see
actually
so
doesn't
much
surprise me
stuff
at
that
all.
you have liked that I'm like, we must have really similar algorithms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of my friends who's pregnant told me the other day, like, how come you've liked all of the like birthing videos that I've liked? I'm like, I actually don't know. And that is like very concerning to me.
Lauren has a lot of niche interests.
Well, here's the thing. I deleted TikTok. So I'm only on Instagram and the reels get really deep.
It might be a 9/11 video. Someone might be giving birth. Lauren is watching it.
Yep.
And Lauren is liking it. You're a serial liker like me.
I think it's because of my ADHD. I'm just like,
yeah. Logan told me something the other day is like, you like a lot of, like, do you even watch them? And I'm like, yeah, but I think the thing is, I like everything I watch.
I do too.
It's just like
it's a tick.
It's a tick. Anyways, so if you see me liking something inappropriate, it's almost like when people say retweet does not equal endorsement. It doesn't even mean I like it, probably. It just means I watched it and then
it came across the feed.
I double tapped it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Wow, we got.
I don't know how.
Sorry,
we got
that was
there.
on me. I want people to remember that I was messy, and I owned it.
I love that.
I am in my Lisa Rinna era, so that's a very Lisa Rinna answer.
What is your, like, when you are embodying Lisa? What are the core attributes?
Well, my main thing is she is the housewife who iconically said, and it's the name of her memoir, you better believe I'm going to talk about it, that I'll have any conversation. I also have just like recently been thinking, if I don't like something or I feel unsettled about something, or if there's a person I don't care for, why am I going to lie to make other people feel better instead of just being honest? Because not everyone and not everything is for everyone else.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that I really admire about Lisa, like when she and the girls were they in China or Tokyo? And she asked Dorit, is it true that people were doing coke in your bathroom? I love that she's just able to be like, is this true? I love that. Say it. Acknowledge it. And you know what? If it's the truth, own it.
Yeah. I love that.
But that's what I really love about Lisa Rinna, besides the fact that she was on Days of Our Lives when I was a kid. And
she was?
Yeah, she played Billie Reed. And I've known about Lisa Rinna since I was a little boy. because she was kind of a villain. There's
Still
a
is.
super couple on Days. Well, yeah, depending on who you ask, she still is. There's a super couple on Days named Bo and Hope in the 90s, and Billy was the character who came between them. So a lot of people hated Lisa Rinna, even in the 90s, for her character on Days.
Oh, well, I love her. I love her energy.
And then when I was like a preteen, she used to host Soap Talk, and I was such a little that I would watch Soap Talk every night because maybe a Days of Our Lives person would come on it.
Sure.
So, wow, we went a long way with this question. Let's go to the next question.
Yeah, okay, we're going to go to SAVOR.
Okay, let's SAVOR.
Waist deep.
Waist deep. We're wading in the water.
Tell me about when you discovered one of your passions or talents.
Ooh.
Passions or talents.
What are your favorite talents and passions that you have?
Passions, thrifting.
Yeah, how'd you start thrifting? That's a very niche thing.
Actually,
and a lot of people say they're gonna go thrifting, I've noticed, and they don't, but you do.
Oh, I go like
you
multiple times a week.
Yeah, like you're a real thrifter.
Yeah, it's the thrill of the chase, the thrill of the hunt. It's from my mom. She
she does that too?
Oh, my mom and I are like the exact same. She loves crafting. She loves antiquing. She loves like old, beautiful Victorian houses. She loves thrifting. She works at a thrift store in her retirement or volunteers. Yeah. At an Amish thrift store in Iowa. Well, it's actually Mennonite. So don't come for me. But
they're probably not watching. Well, I shouldn't say that. I don't know.
You don't know.
Oh.
No, Mennonite.
I don't know.
This needs to be fact checked, but I'm pretty sure Mennonite is like the less intense one.
Okay.
So they might be listening. Like I think they're allowed to have zippers, but Amish can only have buttons.
And that might be true.
I think it is true. Well, that's my heritage.
That.
Yeah, someone fact checked. My last name Yoder is. That's my dad's dad, or my dad's grandpa got like banished or whatever it's called. What is it called? Excommunicated.
Excommunicated.
Yeah, because he wanted to show cattle.
He wanted to show cattle?
Yeah, where you like raise cows and then you take them to like the state fair and then they're like, that cow's really nice. And then they pay you a lot of money. Wow. He wanted to show cattle and they were like, that's too like new world for us. And so he got kicked out.
The Heather Gay of his time.
Correct.
Bad Mennonite.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Yeah.
We
got on a tangent there. Yeah, but it's my mom. My mom is like why I like everything. She's why I like the Grateful Dead. She's just really cool. I
did also learn in my research today that you were raised in Colorado Springs. So conservative, but your mom is not.
Oh no, I have been liberal since the womb. Yeah. My grandpa was a political science professor at like several different colleges, but my mom grew up in Iowa City because he was a professor there. And my grandpa is like the coolest person ever.
Well, is this before he became
this different grandpa? That was on that was on my dad's side. This is my mom's side.
The author.
Oh yeah, it's the author.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have his book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My grandpa's written a ton of books, but yeah, like my grandpa used to like make my mom go like knock on doors to like endorse Democratic candidates. He was like, I actually have a really beautiful piece of artwork that he got me from. It's like depicting the Vietnam War, and he was actually on, I don't know, some student committee or something at the University of Iowa opposing the war, and he was like the secretary or something of the group, and he wrote this like really nice article, and then he framed the picture in the article and gave it to me for Christmas. But yeah, my grandpa's like so cool.
Lyle.
Yeah.
Love.
But my mom is why she is because of him, and so it's like, you know,
well,
generational.
Isn't that nice to be part of a good legacy? Sometimes I think like a lot of people have ancestors that you're like, man. You
Well,
can't even be fully proud of some of this stuff. But like,
oh, and we're like,
what a good dude.
yeah, yeah, my grandpa's awesome.
I love that.
Yeah. How would you answer that? What?
I did forget the
Tell
question.
me about when you discovered
Oh,
one of your passions or talents.
well, I could talk about writing, but I've
Mm,
talked about that so many times. Obviously, my little typewriter and writing about the
the
Titanic,
novellas.
the
The
novellas. Oh, you know
Titanic.
what? Let's talk about that. I really found my love of storytelling. Yes, writing specifically is because my mom gave me a typewriter when I was 7 and I pretended my closet was my office. But like
Naturally.
my love of storytelling truly comes from the soap opera. Days of Our Lives and watching telenovelas with my grandma. If you've been to a Mortified show, you've heard me talk about it. It made me love stories. But I was thinking the other day, what I love about soap operas, a lot of people might not know this. Days of Our Lives has been on TV since November 8th, 1965.
Whoa.
Okay? Started as a half-hour drama in black and white on NBC. Now it's actually not even on NBC, it's only on Peacock. But it's been going on a daily serial since 1965. That
How
is
many episodes is that?
thousands. I remember when they celebrated their 10,000th episode.
How do
Yeah.
they have so much content? Who is making this stuff up?
Well, that's a thing. There's over 60 years of story.
Yeah.
And what I love about it, and I think this will translate when there's more Lucas books in the future, is that I love the concept of legacy and storytelling and family. And even when I was a little boy, I used to be, do you remember, or maybe you didn't watch it in school, but I did, the movie Roots. It was a mini series about slavery, but the thing about it is that it spanned generations. So like
Oh,
each
no, but that sounds amazing.
it's amazing. And they actually remade it in the recent years, but like the old version, very famous. It's like from the 70s, but it's like 3 or 4 films, but each one is a different generation and you follow the lineage of this family. So
Cool.
you see how things progress. I love that concept. Like you can watch Days of Our Lives today and there will be like this is the great granddaughter of
Yeah, yeah.
Alice Horton
I love that.
who was on the first episode of Days of Our Lives, and that legacy is still going. I love that.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. I also feel like I am attracted to that kind of stuff because I don't feel like I know a lot about like my generational
No,
like
totally.
it's like I'm an only child too. So I'm like
Yeah.
there's just this thing of like my life my like familial unit is like so small and so just like boring.
Yeah.
And I'm like I want more. I
I
want
think
something.
I think that really says a lot. Like I think that the reason soap operas are so impactful, not anymore as much, which is kind of a bummer, but like in the 80s, especially the 90s, is because who was watching it? Mostly like women who are at home while their kids were like at school, or like older women who their kids didn't live with them anymore, maybe. And those kinds of shows, it's like you check in with those people every day, Monday to Friday. And it is like a family, and you can know the history of this. Maybe when you were like 20 years ago, if you watched this show, the same actor is still on it. It is like, it feels like that.
Yeah.
Like they
I
have
love
traditions that I still think about at Christmas time. I'm like, the
Aw,
Hortons are probably the episode where they're hanging their ornaments is probably coming out. I love
cute.
that kind of shit.
I
And I
love
don't
that
care if it's
too.
weird.
It's not weird.
It's like,
And even if it was, who cares?
yeah, who cares?
You're allowed
What
to
do
like
they
whatever
call
you
it? They
want.
call it parasocial. It is like a parasocial thing. Parasocial family.
Yeah.
Soap operas.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's unhinged, which is really what I love.
Yeah.
Anything can happen on a soap. Evil twin, back from the dead. Nothing is certain.
Nothing's
Same
off
with
the
life.
table.
Nothing's off the table.
God, I love that.
Like sands through the
The
hourglass.
unexpectedness.
And I love the unexpected.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's like, that's why I like working in HR.
Oh, talk about stories. Human connection. The human experience. The human condition. You see
there's
a
just
lot
like
in
always
HR.
something new, always something like, oh, I learned something new about that person today, or I don't know. I just feel like it's like really broadened my perspective of just like life and.
Yeah. I love that. Same.
Yeah.
We have very similar career paths. Yeah. Time to sip. A little sip for the road. It's our last question of the day.
Here here we are. What's one song or who's one artist you loved as a kid?
As a kid. Who'd you love as a kid?
NSYNC.
Oh, that's so good. So you definitely are in sync over Backstreet Boys.
I am, but I think it's just because of, one, I'm an only child, so I didn't have the, like, older sibling influence of the Backstreet Boys. They're just, like, a little bit ahead of my time, like a year or two.
Okay.
No, NSYNC was my first concert, and I got it for the tickets for my 8th birthday. And my mom drove us up from Colorado Springs, and we went when it used to be Mile High Stadium. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, this was like 98.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was actually Laura's first concert too. We were both there.
Wait, that's so cute.
Yeah. But I was like obsessed with NSYNC.
Oh.
And Justin was my favorite.
I was going to ask.
No, not anymore. He's canceled in my book.
We got to stan Lance.
And JC.
JC was so underappreciated.
That's what my mom always says too. She's like, he's the best singer.
He was the best singer.
I know.
And he didn't have ramanoodle hair.
That's true.
Like JT did.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say that I probably was more in sync than Backstreet Boys, but I love the Backstreet Boys.
So do I. I've seen them. I saw them in Vegas multiple times.
Did you see them at the Sphere?
No, I wanted to go, but
I want to.
There's still some tickets.
Wait, should we go? Guys, we might go to see them at the Sphere.
I would. They're really good live.
I would go.
They're so good.
I'm letting you know I would go.
I just hate Vegas. Can we just fly in and fly back out?
Oh, that literally is my dream.
Yeah, me too.
I went to see The Wizard of Oz at the Sphere, and I was there for like 48 hours tops, and then I was like, I want to leave.
I know. I saw Dead and Company at the Sphere too.
Yeah.
The Sphere's fun.
The Sphere's amazing. When I think of like who was the artist of my childhood, it was Celine Dion. I loved Celine Dion, and I loved her even before Titanic. I loved her since Because You Loved Me, and it's all coming back to me.
Oh my God,
now.
I want to listen to that on the way home.
You have to.
I think I will.
Are you a Spotify or Apple Music girly? Look, I'm on Spotify, so no judgment here.
I'm on Spotify, but
they stopped running ICE ads.
But they did at one point.
So I'm
very upset about that. I didn't even post my Wrapped this past year because I was like, I don't want people to know I'm on Spotify.
This is the worst thing I'm exposing about Lauren this whole interview. But I'm also on Spotify still, and it's really hard to leave. It is, I feel like a battered boyfriend. Because I know.
Just keep coming back.
I know. It's so bad. And also, they got me, though. I have the history.
Oh, I know.
And I would love to have a tough conversation, but no one at Spotify is answering my calls.
Well, and you know what? They just keep increasing the price, too. And I just say, okay.
They got me.
Yeah.
It's Stockholm Syndrome.
Yeah.
Is what it is. I'm a victim. But I have a whole Celine Queen. It's called Queen Celine. I'll send you
like
the
playlist. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, because to this day, Celine Dion is like, I think, first of all, she's a phenomenal human being. I think it's iconic that she had the love story she did, even though a lot of people are like, that's problematic. It is. They just happened to meet while she was really young. But she grew up and she was in love with him. And she was so in love with him all the way till he died. And now she's overcoming an illness that is terrifying. Mm-hmm. Did you see the Amazon documentary?
No, I saw some clips and it was like really upsetting. So
I was in
had
tears.
To not.
I never cry at stuff on TV, but I cried for her because I was just like, this is horrible.
It's the human experience. Like the like.
To see her be a suffering person after literally since my whole life, just being like, she's an icon.
She's still an icon.
She is still an icon, but like you don't even think of them as human sometimes.
Yeah.
And then like that kind of thing, when I saw it, I was just like, this actually hurts me to watch. But Celine Dion, like the artist of my childhood. I remember one time I had a birthday party and boys came over, which I never liked because I was just like, my friends were girls.
Right.
But when you're in elementary school, you know, they're just like, and the boys will come over. And I was like, ugh. I remember being like, this is the new Celine Dion tape. And this kid DJ was just like, I don't care. And I was just like,
get out.
You're swine. You're uncultured swine. You don't know anything. I felt sure about myself. Like, I know I'm right.
Correct.
He doesn't know anything.
That reminds me, we might have to cut this. Sorry, Jake.
Spill it.
That reminds me of when Jake was talking about like one of his first like awarenesses of him being gay was like he was with all of like these little like guy friends, and they were like watching like, I don't know if it was Britney Spears or there was like some sort of like not porn but like close, like when you're like really young.
Yeah.
And he was just like, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like they were all just like huddled around.
That is like the flip side of it. Those boys didn't care about my Celine Dion. And when they were looking at some kid's stolen Playboy from his dad's shed, I was like, this is so disrespectful to this woman.
Correct.
And like, guys, that's someone's daughter. Jake and me both. Oh God, that is so funny. Yeah, so I'd say you say NSYNC, I say Celine. That's a great. Did you ever see? She actually had a concert in 1999, and NSYNC was her guest.
No, I didn't.
And they all sang "That's the Way It Is" together. Gloria Estefan was also on there. Side note. Anyway,
I love her too.
I'm gonna send you that in the middle of the night.
Here's
a Celine Dion concert I remembered.
Wait, but I want, if there's a like That's the Way It Is.
Oh,
with NSYNC, need that immediately.
That is on there. That is.
Thank God. Yeah, send it.
But I'm also sending you the Queen Celine.
That'd be good. Thank you.
Lauren, I can't believe we're even past an hour because time flies when I'm with you anytime. Is there anything that you want to leave, sage wisdom, or just any thoughts with our audience before we sign out for the day?
Wow, I should have like prepared for that.
What's on your heart as we enter Pride Month? Because today is June 4th.
As we enter Pride Month, I would say just be yourself. Be not even because of Pride Month, but just in general.
So true.
Like, everyone advocate for yourself, stand up for yourself, have the hard conversation, celebrate the things that bring you joy and the things that make you you and the things that bring joy to those around you. And really what I would actually like underline all of this with is it doesn't matter what anyone thinks about you. Do whatever you want and like lead your life from that lens, and you will be happy and be fulfilled.
I agree with that. I know this is morbid, but what always makes me feel better is if I'm ever like getting in my head and worrying about what someone else is thinking about me, I always think they're going to die. That person, who cares what they think? Eventually it won't matter because they'll be dead. Also, I'll be dead. So like, I better do what I fucking want.
Correct. And even if they don't die tomorrow, it literally doesn't matter. Like, I feel like people...
That's so true. They don't even have to die.
I feel like people say that all the time. Like, I really don't care what people think about me. Like, I legitimately don't care. So if there is... if there is something that I'm, like, really upset about, I'm like, whoa, I gotta really sit down and, like, understand this. Because...
You don't even have to kill them in your head like I do. That's amazing. No, she only does that for sport.
And on that note,
friends, thank you for joining us for this season's advice special. You can actually send questions in all year long. I'll post the link. It's in I think it's on the Instagram. But thank you if you sent in your questions. Start telling us a little bit more about yourself.
Age and gender, I think, would be good.
I just like, we're nosy and we want to know who's asking, but not exactly who. Anyway, until next week, friends. Live your best life. Don't be a dick. I love you. Goodbye.